My name is Jarvis Glass, and I am here interviewing for Production One. I'm from Georgia. I was hometown Conyers. I went to school in Newton County, Newton High School specifically. We were the Rams. Go Rams. Um, I was in the band. I played the trumpet. Like I said, I played the trumpet. My last year, I was the section leader, trumpet section leader. So I had to make sure everybody below me, all the freshmen, were in line, and they not in line, but they did what they were supposed to do and in the right place that they were supposed to be. I was in charge of making sure they were in the right place at the right time, and that they were practicing their music, at least trying to learn their music. We had about 7 or 8 games that year, all of which we were attending. Some we had to actually travel to, and were facing our rival
Round one, fight!
band. So they wanted us to make sure we were in top shape as far as musicality goes. Specifically, one time we went to Tennessee for TSU's homecoming for a band trip, and we saw our rival band there, and it was definitely an interesting experience because I don't know how to put it into words. They would play a song, and then we would have to play one back, but it was just the energy was just so high that it was almost like everything was a blur. And it was very cold that day, but we definitely kept warm doing that because you didn't even think about how cold it was. So my leadership in the band program actually reminds me of my time in the military. I also serve in the Army Reserves. During my time in the Army Reserves, I've deployed overseas to a very small country named Kuwait. It's kind of like the central hub of where they send all the other troops. So all the troops go there first. Kuwait is actually a very, very interesting place. It's hot. It stays hot. I think the hottest it was 130 degrees, and that's like a normal, everyday thing. When actually during the wintertime, when it got cold, it was like only 70 degrees, but it felt like it was freezing. It definitely felt cold. So during my time in Kuwait, a lot of people always want to ask, how are the people? The people were very nice when you didn't upset them. You have to keep in mind people's cultural differences. It is a Muslim country, so they have certain times of the year where they might fast and are a little bit more temperamental, and we had to keep that in mind when dealing with them. Um, People like to know what I ate, and we ate regular food. We went to the DFAC, aka the dining facility. The DFAC served foods like pizza, chicken. We actually had Wing Wednesdays. Loved Wing Wednesdays. We had seafood. They used to do seafood and steak or surf and turf once a month, and that was actually pretty good for it to be such a remote location. I was over there for more than a year, pretty much, or not more than a year, almost a year, because of COVID. I didn't come back home till I left in 2019. I didn't come back till 2020. When I got back, I honestly I was just living life. I didn't even work. I just was eating out every day, just I guess taking a break from life because I had been away for so long, just enjoying my time. This is also again during COVID, so everything wasn't really open for real, and there wasn't much for me to do, but just sit around and do nothing.
Final thoughts?
I have no final thoughts. This was an amazing interview, and call me again.